Hello, everybody. Welcome to the beginning of week 7.5. So this is Friday morning. We're here at the very end. We honestly just have a handful of days left, not even a full week, hence the 7.5. But you're really pretty much at the end there. You almost have that first philosophy class under your belt. And did you enjoy it? I hope you did. I enjoyed it. I'll be honest, and this is totally honest. This is my favorite class to teach. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the class or not, semester or not, but Philosophy 250 is a great class. I really enjoy it. I've enjoyed this class. I've enjoyed reading a lot of your papers. I'm just starting to get through or starting your final papers, but I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed working with you in the discussion posts, and I really hope you got something out of this. I think this is a very approachable class. A lot of people get very scared of philosophy. They think, well, we're just going to be reading a lot of dead guys in togas, and it's going to have a lot of really complex words and complex subjects, and I'm just not going to get anything out of this. Well, I really like how Brian Stratton has set up this class because I think it is very approachable, very digestible, very understandable for the layperson, somebody who doesn't have very much background in philosophy, and I think it's really very applicable to your lives. It doesn't matter if you're going into criminal justice or into medical or into accounting or into human resources, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What you'll learn in this class, hopefully, I think, is something that is going to be very applicable to not just your career, but to your lives. That's why we talk about communication. That's why we talk about ethics. That's why we talk about logic and forming arguments and looking for flaws in our arguments and how do we address those. Why? Because these are things you find in every career field, and these are things that you're going to encounter in a day-to-day living, in your relationships, in your finances, in just kind of how to raise your kids, all sorts of different kinds of things. This is philosophy. Remember, philosophy itself is a compound word. It's a Greek word, phileo and sophia, and this means love of wisdom. So philosophy is all about becoming lovers of wisdom. So it's great to be intelligent. It's great to have a lot of knowledge. It's great to get a good education. We all highly value those things, and we should. Wisdom is something else, though, okay? And that's really what we're trying to get to with this class is what does it mean to be a wise person? So you could think of, if I were to ask you that question, who is wise? And you think of your grandmother or your pastor or somebody your neighbor who this old man who always gave you really good advice, and you'd say, well, that person is wise. It's more than just intelligence. It's good decision making. It's thoughtfulness. It's somebody who listens more than they speak, that kind of thing. That's what we're looking for, and hopefully this class has started to kind of, at the very least, laid the groundwork for a better understanding of wisdom. So that's really what I hope you get out of this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that there were at least a couple of weeks or a couple of elements of the class that really resonated with you. That's not always easy, a class like this. Lots of reading, lots of writing, but hopefully there was something that you can point back to and say, yeah, that was really cool, or I really like that ring of guy juice thing, or I liked the trolley dilemma, or I really liked learning about fallacies or something like that. Because again, the point of this, frankly, the point of your entire Brian Stratton education is to make it relevant. All right, you're going to college for a purpose, for a reason. Okay, and so that's hopefully what you got out of this too. Is you see purpose, you see reason behind it, you see value, and you say, you know what, I'm better off now than I was before the class started. So that's the goal. In terms of logistics, in terms of little things that you need to just keep in mind, you have till tomorrow night, really, in terms of it being due on time, your final paper. Now, the class officially will end on Wednesday. So in terms of late work, and some of you have been contacting me about late work, and do you accept this and everything, I will take a look at any kind of late work. So try to get everything in. Don't just say, oh man, this was from 3 weeks ago, so he's just going to not even look at it anymore. No, I certainly will, but you have until Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's got to be some sort of cutoff date, and that's it. So 5 p.m. Wednesday. Why? Well, Thursday morning I have to have all my grades in, so I really need every single thing from you. I'm going to be submitting all my grades, crossing all my T's, dotting all my I's, so that Thursday morning I get everything in and everything is copacetic before Christmas starts. So I need every single thing in, any kind of late work, anything like that, by the by Wednesday at 5 p.m. You have a very small reflection this week. It's basically what you liked, what didn't you like, what was interesting about the class. So it's very, very easy. Just get in there in the next 2 or 3 days and you'll be good. You also have the workplace capabilities reflection. This is something in PowerPoint. Again, not too much work. So this is the reflection. What you do need to do, though, is with the PowerPoint, you need to remember that you need to have some sort of voiceover. So I'm going to be hearing those wonderful voices of yours at least once this semester, and it's going to be on this PowerPoint. So keep that in mind. I need that too also by Wednesday. And you're going to be looking at workplace capabilities, at least 2 of them, and you're going to be analyzing those and talking about what you learned in this class and how that's going to translate into your future career field. So nothing too complex. Really, this week is just kind of a reflection, or this half week is really just a reflection on the entire semester up to this point. So nothing too backbreaking, anything like that. So going forward, just some kind of parting words, I guess you could say. A class in critical thinking. We are in desperate need, folks, of good critical thinkers today. We are so easily swayed by media, by Hollywood, by what the rich and powerful or what the so-called intellectual superiors want us to think, and they want us to act certain kinds of ways. There are lots of temptations, to be honest, this is what I'm really saying, to not think critically, to turn your brains off, to turn it or put it on cruise control and just kind of cruise through life, right? It's easier just to go home and binge watch something on Netflix. It's easier to not pick up a book. It's easier to not really engage with what's going on in foreign policy or in the world around us. It's easier to just watch Dancing with the Stars and play on your phone or something like that. Nothing against Dancing with the Stars, but you get my point there. So a class like this, I think, and I really passionately believe this, is important because critical thinking is important, okay? We are being told how to act, how to live, often without thinking why we should act, why we should think, why we should live a certain way. A class like this, again, it's about putting in the foundation, the groundwork for that. Why do we think the way we think? And if we have an understanding of that, why do we act the way we act? Those are questions that are too often not asked by people. And really, I'm hoping that going forward, now that you have some groundwork, you have a better understanding of how to ask those questions. Why do I think this way? Why do I act this way? This is what makes your life more fulfilled. Yes, it's true. Philosophy actually is relevant, right? This is really what helps to give meaning and value to your life. I do believe that. But it's on you now, going forward. How do I do this? What should I be reading? What should I be watching? Who should I be listening to? How do I make my own decisions? How do I avoid fallacious arguments and thinking? It's up to you. So I hope that we've given you a good groundwork for this kind of framework or frame of mind going forward. I hope that from my perspective, I've done my job and I've challenged you to do those kinds of things. Now it's on you, folks. Go forward, be good critical thinkers, add value to your life and to the world around you, and know that, frankly, philosophy really can be relevant. Thank you, folks. I've really appreciated the work you put in this semester, and I hope you've gotten something out of it as well. Thanks.